Hi, this is Dr. Harden, and this is the first of what are going to be weekly check-in videos where I talk to you about what's coming in the week ahead and also sort of go over any issues that I've seen in the week that we just finished up. So this is week 2, and so what's coming ahead for us this week we'll be reading and talking about sentence patterns and verbs. You have 2 quizzes and 2 sentence exercises due this week, and I really recommend that you try to space those out if you can. Perhaps ideally you would do quiz 2 and sentence exercise 2 on Wednesday or Thursday, and quiz 3 and sentence exercise 3 on Friday. But if nothing else, maybe try to give yourself a few hours between the 2. I also, just as a heads up, will let you know that I think Chapter 2 is a little bit more dense and difficult than Chapter 3, which might seem like it shouldn't be that way since it's earlier, but just so you know. Also this week, you'll be learning about an ongoing assignment in this class, the commonplace discussion. I saw that one of you has already started on this, which is awesome, but if you haven't, that's okay. There is an explainer video where I take you through the assignment sheet and talk about it. I also show you how to actually post on the discussion board. And you are welcome to leave me comments on that explainer video if you have questions, or you can always email me, stop by office hours, or post on our class discussion board with questions. The one thing that you do need to be aware of is that this week you should pick the term that you're going to be responsible for with the commonplace discussion. And I think that that will make sense to you once you have read the assignment sheet and watched the video. But if it doesn't, please let me know. Another thing that I wanted to mention for this week ahead was just a technique that I think might be useful to you as you're studying. What I would recommend is you read the chapter and take notes, however you want to take notes, and then go back through the chapter and do some of the sample activities or exercises, the odd numbered ones that you have answers to in the back of the book. See how you do on those, and then get in touch with me if you have questions or if you're running into the same sorts of issues. Make sure you watch the voice threads that I do on these topics as well, and feel free to chime in on the voice threads or in any of our other forums with questions that you have. Then, before you take the quiz or do the sentence exercise, look back at your notes, look back at what you wrote for any of the sentence exercises, and then take the quiz. So that gives you a few different opportunities to assess yourself, to ask questions, to get help, and to review the material. Especially with the quizzes, because they are timed, and as you know, some of the sentence exercises are timed as well. It's important that if you don't have recall of the information, that you know where to go to get that information. You may not know what a subject complement is off the top of your head, but you know exactly where to look for that in your book. Let's talk a little bit about last week. So as far as the quiz goes, there were 2 issues that I noticed, at least 2, let's say that. One is that on the question about nouns, when you had to select all of the following, Canvas was marking one of those wrong, even though all 5 of the options did apply to the noun. So if you are seeing a red box and it's saying that it's wrong, but you marked it, just be aware that I did give you full credit for that. I'm not sure why Canvas did that. I don't know if it's a me problem or Canvas problem, but there it is. So don't worry about that. A second issue is that on the similar question about verbs, there was a lot of confusion, and I think that I worded this question poorly because I think there is maybe 1 or 2 people in the whole class that got this question right. So what I've decided to do is just give everyone who took the quiz an extra half point to make up for what I think is some confusing wording on my part. So I apologize for that. And that's going to be my practice going forward if there's like an outlier question where there's one question that everyone sort of has a stumbling block over. There's also a typo. I wrote mayor's husbands, '(s) instead of mayor's husband. So some of you knew that this was a typo, so thank you. Others of you, I can see why you would be confused by it. So If on that question you used a plural pronoun instead of a singular pronoun, I did not fault you for that because it's my typo and my fault. I will be making this week, today, a short voice thread that goes over noun phrases because I think that that's a concept that a lot of people are struggling with based on the responses to sentence exercise number 1. So if you missed points on sentence exercise number 1 because of noun phrase questions, please take a look at that, and also let me know if you have other issues or concepts that you'd like for me to do additional work on. This week, also looking ahead really quickly, there are a couple of suggested activities, and I just wanted to clarify. When something is suggested, it's not required that you do it. So in our suggested activities, you'll see some videos that you can watch, and you'll also see an option for posting things in the discussion board. Now, I do recommend if you find yourself not getting the grades that you want to get on the quizzes or sentence exercises, to do those suggested activities and see if that improves your performance. As always, I'm here to help. I have office hours where I'm on campus. If you're not on the Fort Wayne campus, you can call me during those times using my office phone number that's on the syllabus. And of course, you can email me during those times and I'll respond to you as quickly as I can. I will do these weekly check-ins every week since today is Tuesday. It's Tuesday today because we had the holiday yesterday, which also worked out for me because I'm getting over a cold and I had a really terrible voice yesterday. So luckily for both of us, I had that extra day, but future check-ins will be on Monday afternoons or Monday evenings. So take a look for those. Watch the additional voice thread on noun phrases, and please let me know if there's any other voice threads or explainers that you would like for me to make about any other concepts that we're covering. I hope that you guys are staying warm and enjoying the reading and the work that you're doing for this class and for your other classes, and I hope you'll stay in touch if you have any questions. Have a good week.